Hey guys, welcome to my channel. In today's video, I am kicking off our mid-year updates. I've decided to separate each of my kids' grade levels in its own video. So this video is going to be my preschoolers' mid-year homeschool updates. I'm going to talk about the curriculum we've been using, what we've been liking, what we're changing. So if you're interested, make sure you stick around. Alright, so like I said, this video is specific to my preschooler, but I will be doing videos up for my second grader and fourth graders. So make sure you're subscribed so when those come out, you don't miss out. Now, I will be full transparency here. My preschooler, he has curriculum, but we are on no schedule. There's no days I say we're gonna do school. He's not on a strict routine. Like, he's just living his best life, to be honest. He just turned 4 in December, and so he started like officially preschooling back in August when he was like 3.5. And so we've just kind of been working through some different things. Whenever he asks to do school is when I will pick up the curriculum books. He also did start going to his first semester of co-op classes where he was in like a preschool setting. Really though, just them playing, doing fun crafts, which he really enjoyed. He enjoyed being around, you know, kids his age, so that has been super great. He went for 9 weeks, 1 day a week for about 3 to 4 hours, so he's really been enjoying that. Plus he goes to co-op PE where he's with a bunch of different ages, and he thinks that that is just the best thing ever. So let's talk about specifically curriculum that I bought. I'm gonna go through some different things. I'm gonna talk about why it hasn't worked and what the future plans are. By the way, I don't know if I can pick it up in this camera view because I'm sitting down. This bin from like Target is the best storage bin for younger kids curriculum because they have so many manipulatives. They have so many little things that they need that this case, I think I found mine at either Michael's or Target. If I can find it, I'll link it. But it is like the best storage case ever. The very top of it is like this little utility bucket. And so I have all his little stuff organized. So just some stuff that I'm going to say is just like amazing for preschool and pre-K. So with all this being said, he's moving to get ready for pre-K. I have his pre-K curriculum already that we're going to be using in August when we start our new school year. So all of this stuff will kind of stay or get replenished. So these like little smaller, thicker pencils he loves using these. These pre-cut tissue squares, we absolutely love them. I shared them on an Amazon haul like over summer and everybody was so amazed with them. They really are amazing. They're pre-cut little tissue squares and they're like hundreds of colors. And so when he does like art projects, these are easy for him to grab, paste, and you don't have to cut or have tons of tissue paper laying around. Here's like another like shorter, thicker pencil. So he uses these also as we work on things like pencil grips. So I really like those smaller pencils because there's no way he can grab a normal pencil. He tries, but these work much better for pencil control. All right, so this is, I guess you could say, like the main spine that we did start with. This is the Good and the Beautiful's preschool course book. It's okay. I don't know if he was too high of a level for some of the lessons. He just seemed to get really bored with the lessons. He wasn't engaged in the songs. So like they have an ABC song. Well, he knows the traditional ABC song, and so he really didn't enjoy listening to it. And then a lot of the songs just didn't capture his attention. They weren't as memorable or like melody-ish for normal nursery rhymes. I don't really know how to say that. It's not that they were bad, it's just they didn't catch his attention. And he likes songs. Like he will memorize nursery rhymes he hears on different learning apps and things like that. And so it was hard to do some of the lessons when it was like, okay, listen to this song, watch this video, and they just weren't grasping his attention. So we got through, I don't know, like maybe 20 lessons, and I think there's 83 lessons. And he just doesn't have any interest in doing this curriculum. So we've kind of just pushed it to the side and we've started using other things. This has been one of his favorite things, my preschool busy book. I found it on Amazon. There's tons of different options, but basically it's like all these little fun things. There's letters, colors, numbers, just tons of different stuff. Magnet apparently he puts in there, where he can just pop them off and put them on. He loves doing this. I'm trying to find like one that is like different, that has different things than he's already done, to make it a little bit more challenging for him. But he has really enjoyed this. He knows how to use it, and surprisingly, he's kept it in pretty good condition and hasn't lost any of the pieces, which is surprising. We also have one of the first writing books from The Good and the Beautiful. He again has started doing this, but he's not really at the point. He likes to write his name. He had like a really weird interest like in trying to learn to write his name, and he's actually doing good. The only letter he cannot do is C, because I think he's just confusing it with an O. So he'll do like these squiggly lines for like a minute, and then he'll just start coloring the page. So I don't push this too much. We may try to keep using it, but I did order a different handwriting curriculum that I'm going to share at the end of this video. These are the Good and the Beautiful box set of books. This was from, these are all discontinued now, but when they went on sale last year, I picked all of these up. There's like A, B, C, D. And so we just kind of go through these. So there's 10 books in this. He likes these books, so they're easy readers. I read them to him. They're very short, and he can comprehend them. So these have been really good readers to just have. So even without using like their main curriculum, I do like these books. And that also, we use the Bob's books. So I have like 3 of these sets. This is like the pre-reader, and then there's like the next step and the next step. Yeah, pre-reader, and then collection 1, beginning readers, advancing reading, rhyming words, first words. So I've picked these up at Costco. I will continue to get these books sets for him. These are how my 2 other daughters learn to read. I got these. I buy a lot of stuff on like Facebook Marketplace, so it's like used. So these are Wiki sticks, and I bought Wiki sticks. They are gross. They are these just sticky strands of things, and I mean, we have dogs, we have kids, and so they just got dirty and gross within like a couple days of using them. So I do like these cards, and he does have a curriculum that I think we're going to use something else. So these sheets are still good. So we could use Play-Doh, we can use cotton balls, like whatever we can use to use these. I just don't like the actual Wiki sticks themselves. So just looking for other ways to use this. We also have, and it's all falling in there because we've used it, the learning resources color math cubes. We haven't done the actual lessons that are in this yet, but we do count them. He color sorts them, and he really enjoys doing that. For the most part, he can like connect them and unconnect them, which that's a huge thing. Like when little kids can't pull stuff apart, and like manipulatives are more frustrating, that's kind of a warning sign. These ones, for the most part, he can pull apart and put together by himself. So he can kind of work with these independently if we're sorting or counting. So I really like these. And this set was super inexpensive on Amazon. This is one of my favorite resources, and it's something so simple. I think I saw it on 10 Kids in a Garage, Stephanie's channel. Stephanie's a homeschool mom. She shares so many other things on her channel, but I saw her share this and I'm like, wow, that's really cool. So of course I bought it. And what it is every page, and you could actually even pull them out of this book and like put them in like a binder to flip easier. So it's bright, it's big, so C, and then you make the cat sound, and then it says curl your hands and claws and scratch like a cat. So my son has learned these letter sounds by an animal and like by these movements. So if he can't remember what sound does C make, we do our claws and he can recall that oh, that's C, that's you know, that sound. So this has been so fun. Like just the simplest thing, but we absolutely love it. So they have these are uppercase. They have, the next book would be lowercase, and then the next one is blending sounds. So I'm going to get the next two, and we're going to finish this up and then start the next two either this year or in his pre-kindergarten year next school year. These two books, you can find these at like Walmart, Target. They're, you know, huge, Amazon, like just workbooks. I've actually had these for years. I've had both of them for when my daughters were this age, because there's hundreds of pages. And so sometimes when my son is in a mood, he wants to work through 5 pages and then he won't touch the book for another 2 months, which is completely fine. So these are just good to have as extra practice sheets. There's tons of different stuff. There's numbers, there's sorting, there's letters, you know, it's just a bunch of different things in these big worksheet pack type books. This is also something else that I'm super excited that I decided to add on last minute. It's get ready for the code A. So there's A, B, and C, which these are pre explode the code. And explode the code is something I've always wanted to use, and I'm like, well, this is perfect because I now have a kid that I can like use the whole system with. So he can do these, he loves these, so I'll be picking up B and C to again finish through this year and start his pre-K year. So just, it's different, it's phonics, but it's also like just different things. So this is color or mark the one that is different, and so he has to look at all the pictures, and it's just 1 page, super simple. I work through it with him. We really enjoy it. So I'm excited to see how this series like keeps him engaged throughout his school years. All right, so now for some changes. So obviously I said we are no longer going to be using The Good and the Beautiful as preschool. It's just not working for him. And what we are going to be using for his pre-K year is Sunlight's pre-K program. And Sunlight's pre-K program, the reason we're using it is obviously the literature. I really like all the books, especially at his age. I really just want it to be about reading books to him. And so realizing what I'm going to need in that curriculum, they use things like Explode the Code as supplements. The way he is, he really enjoys math. So that's also having me think, okay, we may need like a math program. How long are we going to spend on it? Because it is going to be a little bit more structured. I do think next year he's going to be turning 5. It is time to be able to at least sit down for 30 minutes and have dedicated school time. And so we're going to build up to that. So just knowing, okay, what's not working now? What can we do to prepare? And part of me was like, should we just start the pre-K kindergarten now? And I was like, oh, I don't know. I was watching someone's video and I saw this book, and I'm going to pop it up here because I ordered it from Amazon, but around the holidays, everything is like taking super long. So it is Preschool Math at Home by Kate Snow. And I've seen this book now in multiple homeschool videos by homeschool families that I really like why they make choices. And so when they recommended this book, I'm like, oh, I think I want to try that. And so I knew I wanted to get that book. And so I have been waiting for it. Then I was like, okay, like he knows his ABCs, he knows his 1, 2, 3s, he's working on the sounds, and I need that next step. And so I was watching a video today, this morning, and they were doing their preschool update video. And I'm going to link Brittany's channel down below, and she was sharing this curriculum, Gentle and Classical Preschool. I have never heard of it until I saw her video. And it's not like it was an in-depth video on this curriculum. It was her whole update, just like the video I'm doing right now. But just watching it, and I'm like, oh my gosh, that's perfect. And the spine that it uses for math is that preschool math book. So I'm like, oh, okay, like this is just kind of meant to be. It's kind of perfect. So this teacher's guide, and I'll link the website down below, is actually free. So I'm like, well, It's free. What is it gonna hurt? So I printed it out. I've been reading through it all morning. And I'm so excited to work on this. It's for ages 2 to 4, and they do have some adjustments for the older kids. And so basically what your unit looks like, or like a week, you have like this like menu sheet, and it's like you have a nursery rhyme, you have motor skills, you have character skills, you have math skills, and that math is going to be using that book. You have a morning binder. And so it's all these little kind of things. You can pick what you want to do. You can do it all. Here's the add-on for the older kids that have that, you know, more attention span. They want to go deeper. And so I'm really excited. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video separately on this once I get it all organized, and I will go more into it. But I just kind of wanted to share like what we're switching to. And just to share, so like you'll have like a card. So this is like a motor life skill. I can do hard things. And like this, they're doing like a little exercise. There's a little poem that goes with it. I say please and thank you. Here is like little nursery rhymes that you memorize. There's Bible verses you memorize. So I'm really excited about this one, guys. There's also a whole like daily work that they do. They do their name, their address, their phone number, what day of the month it is, what's the weather outside. So kind of just like that routine flow, still nothing too serious. So we're definitely going to be using that, which I'm really excited for. So I will be sharing updates on that. And I think because he's on that older end of what it's for, that we can kind of breeze through a lot of it. And so that will be a good thing to wrap us into the next school year. Now on to the fun stuff. So the thing I feel like I'm missing with him is like fun crafts and activities. And you know, I try to go on Pinterest and find stuff, but having things like pre-made, pre-planned will ensure that we actually do the activities. So I'm sure you guys have heard of them, but I am working with Knowledge Crates and I'm so excited. So this video, I'm not getting into the boxes. I have a whole separate unboxing video where I go into both the preschooler box and the school age box. But I am so excited because if you don't know about them, in these crates, these are the winter crates. These are huge, so they're quarterly crates. They had to give you 2 crates for the preschool box because they put so much stuff in them this season. And even though it's winter, it's for now. It is. I was like, oh my gosh, this is going to be perfect for after the holidays because it's not holiday specific, it's winter specific. So what it comes with is your activity guide. So in this activity guide, it explains, okay, here's all the activities, and they put everything you need in these boxes. So here's this one, right? Painting a polar bear. And it gives you an image, which I am a visual learner. And so having these things for me really helps me understand, okay, what do we need? It gives you the supply list, but the supplies are in the boxes. So you don't have to make any extra store trips. Everything you need is in here. It tells you what the learning goals, like why are we doing this? What is this going to do for them? Puffy paint snowman. And again, they're preschoolers, so it's not meant to be super crazy, super hard. When we first got the box, my son was so excited. And so we actually already did the snowflake stem activity where he took the marshmallows and toothpicks and built snowman or snowflakes, and that was super cute. So it comes with over 20 different activities, and they're all, like I said, all pre-planned out, all organized for you. They even have little cute songs in the back. So anyways, like I said, I'm going to do a whole unboxing video and show you all the activities, everything that comes in them. Here's an example of one box. This is the smaller one. So like, look, bottles of baby oil and styrofoam. Oh, and this was the marshmallows and stuff that we used for that kid. So we still have extra. So that is something also we're going to be focusing on too. It's just a lot of like fun crafts and activities, and so I'm really thankful we got our Knowledge Crate box. Now, like I said, I'm doing a whole video unboxing the Knowledge Crate boxes, but they're still available, and these things do sell out. So if you are interested, they have one for the preschool age and then one for school age kids. I have a 15% discount link down below. Use my link. You can sign up for the crate. They have 4 crates that throughout the entire year. So obviously for the seasons, right? So winter, spring, summer, and fall. Their spring one comes out in March 1st. I don't know if it's available to order yet, but it's still cold. And so the winter boxes are perfect for this time of year. All right, guys, that is my preschool mid-year update. So we've made some changes. I hope you guys got some good tips, some stuff that we've loved using. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below. If you're looking for my second grader and fourth grader updates, those will be out soon. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, and don't forget to support my channel for absolutely free, and make sure and let me know that you enjoy these videos. Give this video a thumbs up. I would really appreciate it. Have a great day, guys, and we will chat soon. Bye.